It should pop up. Oh. Okay, well, welcome everybody, and my name is Bonnie Gingrich. I am a Double Diamond with It Works Global. I am so excited. I guess I should change the screen. There we go. I am so excited to have my dear friend and business partner, Heather Carey, with us tonight. She is a Triple Diamond with It Works Global, which is the average monthly income about $10,000 a month. She's an incredible woman, and she's just going to share with us a little bit. We'll try to keep this short and sweet. So Heather, if you could just go ahead and tell us a little bit about what your life was like before It Works, and then how you got involved with it.
Sure. Hi. Welcome. Thank you all for joining us tonight. Bonnie and I are super stoked about this opportunity. But yeah, I started in March of 2013, and let me just tell you a little bit about our previous life before this crazy rap thing. So I worked full-time. I still do. I still work full-time. I'm a Triple Diamond. I work full-time in occupational therapy and did hair part-time. My husband is full-time pastor and was working sales part-time. And we have 2 small kids. So let me just say we were busy, right? And how many of you are anything like me and saying you want to make a little bit of extra money, but you don't know how? Right? I mean, I'm the girl that was like praying that God would plant the tree in the backyard, right? Like, I don't want to go, I don't want to spend more time away from my family, but a little bit of extra money would be awesome. And I don't want to discredit what God has done in our life. I mean, He has always provided for us. And if any of you know Mike and I's story, it hasn't always been easy. And we've had a lot come up against us, but God. And He has been so faithful. A plus B had never equaled C for Mike and I. So, but you know what? Every single month, the bills were paid. And so I don't want to discredit what God has done in our life. But we just had a passion and a vision for more. And as we prayed for opportunities, little did we know that this crazy little rap thing would be the very vehicle that God was opening for us. And I just think that, you know, many times in our life we pray for things and but then we tell God, like, this is what I want, but this is how I want you to answer it, right? Like, we don't let Him do His thing. Like, we just say, this is what we want, and expect Him to answer the way we think He should. And that I've just learned can be completely different. So I saw my friend, Sherilyn Chrisman, post her results on Facebook, and I was like, shoot, if that works like that, I need some of that. And I also thought, like, there's no way that works. I was a skeptic. I thought, if that works, why haven't I heard about it? I was in the salon industry and just thought I would certainly have heard about it. So I messaged her, and she told me about it, and she was so sweet. And I was like, that's just crazy. However, she got me on the greens. I love, love, love the greens, and I tried that. I actually became a distributor without ever trying a wrap because I thought it was crazy. I just tried the greens and loved them and became a distributor. So here we are, about 1.5 years. March will be 2 years that we've been with the company, and let me just say, it has rocked our world. It has given us a platform to share our first passion, which is Jesus Christ. And so it's given us a passion for that. It's given us an opportunity to be a blessing to other people, to have dreams again. And I've been able to quit the salon. I still do work full-time, but I don't do hair anymore. So yeah, what we thought was just this little thing for a little bit of extra money. We were our first goal was $300 extra a month. And you know, that was a lot of money, and it changed our life. And, you know, as you just set little goals like that for yourself, and you make that, and you say, wow, I can do this, and then you look at the next one. So, yeah, it has truly, truly, truly changed our life.
That is so awesome. Thank you for sharing that with us, Heather. Sure. You're very busy. You know, when you started this, you were working full-time, 2 kids at home. You were also a hairdresser part-time, your husband's very busy, lots of things going on. And one of the common questions I always get from people when they're thinking about this is like, yeah, I could really use the extra money, but I'm just too busy. I've got too much going on. So what do you say in those situations, being a very busy woman and yet still rocking this business and making it work?
I love me some busy people. I'm just going to say it. I love busy people, and I'll tell you why. Because busy people get things done, right? You are around a lot of people, and you just incorporate it into your day. And that's another thing, because I have multiple things that I love about this company. But I love that you can go as fast as you want. I think it's very important to establish those goals and have, okay, and set it out before you. If you want to make $300 extra a month, this is what it looks like, and from there. But listen, it takes time. It takes time to build a legacy. But I know one thing's for sure, and my family and my future and our dreams are worth it. So to the busy people out there, bring them on. I love busy people. You know how to get things done. And I don't know. I just incorporated it into my day. I didn't have extra time to necessarily set out to go and blitz specifically. I listen and I pay attention and I build relationships with people, because it's not about getting a customer. It's not about getting a team member. It's seriously about helping other people change their life, whether they're looking for, energy, or they have joint pain, or they need to firm, tighten, and tone, whatever that is. That's what I'm looking for. So I just listen and talk to people and incorporate it into my day and be excited and passionate. I knew how I felt about it, and so it was easy for me to just talk about it in whatever I was doing. When I was still at the salon, I worked at the salon for my first about year while with the company. So I was around a lot of people, and a lot of people probably got sick and tired of me talking about it, but yeah, it was just easy to just incorporate into what I was already doing every day.
That's so awesome, and it's definitely so very true that you just put it into your life wherever you can, wherever it fits, and you go about your life, living your life, and just sharing, whether it's the products or the opportunity with people whenever they express a need.
Yeah, exactly.
That's so very true. A few other questions that I often get is, I'm not a salesperson. I don't know how to sell anything. And I know that was extremely true for me when I started. I had never sold anything in my life. I'd never been in any other marketing business or any sort of sales. So what do you say when someone's like, I don't really know how to sell stuff?
Awesome! That's what I say. I'm like, that is so awesome, because I don't either. Isn't that fabulous? I mean, like, I don't think that sales has anything, sales experience, I'll say, has anything to do with you being successful in this business. And let me tell you why. I don't want you to sell. I want you to share, and that's the biggest difference. I feel like we have a first-to-market product, right? We have a hot product. Everybody wants it. If they tell you they don't, they're lying. Who doesn't have skin that they want to be firmer, tighter, or turner? I mean, it's just like, that's bizarre if you say you don't. That just ain't right. Ain't nobody got time for all that craziness, right? But I want you to think about something that I've been thinking a lot about too lately. We do this every day. We share things every day. Okay, so the other day I got my hair did, and I gave a little shout out to my girl Amy Brown on Facebook. And let me just tell you that all these messages started coming, and I started getting private messages. Where do you go? Where do you go? Where do you go? And it's that easy. Or say you go to a restaurant and you're like, girl, you have got to go try that. They have the best sushi you've ever ate. Guess what? Guess where you're going tomorrow? You're going to go try that sushi, right? Because I was excited about it, and I'm like going on and on about it. We do this every single day. It just is a different thing. But when you are passionate about something, when you are excited about something, when something has changed your life or left an impression on you, it's easy to share about, and that's the difference. I'm not a salesperson. I didn't know what I was doing when I got started, but I knew how I felt, and I knew that everybody would want to feel how I'm feeling. I had more energy on the greens. My mind was clear. Who don't need that as a mom, right? I mean, all of us. So I just think, honestly, the whole salesperson thing is just an excuse, really. And our mindset of just being maybe informed a little bit about, we're just more or less sharing about how we feel about the product, and not necessarily trying to convince somebody. I don't really ever feel like I've had to convince somebody that they need this. They already know it. Whether or not they want to admit it is on them. And people will come back that said they didn't and say, all right, let me hear what you have, those kinds of things. So I'm not a salesperson either. And I think, and not that sales experience is bad, but our company has an awesome plan already in place and tools in place that I feel like, sometimes sales experience might be like, well, this is the way I used to do it, or this is how I had success, and might not be really open or willing to learn what the company has already put in place for us. It's simple. They give us what to do. They give us the tools that we need, and they tell us how to make this thing work. So I love people that don't have sales experience.
Awesome. Okay, so, you talked about like restaurants, kind of mentioning that a little bit, but the next thing I was going to talk about is each month we have, we spend a little bit of money with the company for products for ourselves. We don't have any sort of sales quotas or anything like that, which is great. But there are some expenses in running a business. Any business has expenses. If you're opening a restaurant, you've got to pay for the building, whether it's rent. You've got to pay for electricity, heat, air conditioning, all those types of expenses involved in running a restaurant. If you are running a wrap business, you also have expenses. So talk a little bit about those expenses, especially from the standpoint of somebody that's getting started with this business and they are concerned about any sort of expenses when they're trying to make money. It can be scary to think, oh, I've got to spend some money, and I'm trying to make money. So what can you say about that?
Sure. Well, I love that to get involved in the company and become a distributor, that's $99. And I think that that's extremely affordable. I mean, I can go to Target on a whim and spend $99.
Oh, yeah.
For toothpaste. What happened, So I really feel like, $99 to give this thing a try, and they give you 4 wraps that you can sell $25 a piece. They give you a way to get involved to become a distributor for nothing. I mean, it's brilliant. It is brilliant. There's no risk to become a distributor in this company. And honestly, for me, so as a distributor, we run an 80 BV auto ship. BV stands for bonus volume. And the awesome thing that I love about this is it's not mandated on any particular product. Now, I do encourage people that say, okay, I can't get in this business and have any money going out. First, let me just address that for a quick second. Like you said, Bonnie, that's a great point. When you talk about to open another business, you're thinking like thousands, really, right? I mean, like a restaurant or a franchise or something like that. This, I mean, between the auto ship and we have a $20 website fee a month, you're looking at like $100, $120 a month to own a business. And that auto ship can be used on your own personal product, or you can set it for 2 boxes of wraps. And like I said, if you sell those wraps individually, they're $25 each. And so 8 wraps, $25 each, you make $200. So you're covering your auto ship and your website. So again, you can run this business every month for free. I personally, I love the product, and I was already using the product, and that was a huge thing for me, that I wasn't really spending any more money than I was already using. The ADBV really isn't a big deal to me. I feel like it can be the very thing that drives you in this business. You want to get that wrap on people. If you are wrapping people, then that's not going to be an issue. The ADBV, whether you have the wraps or the facial, do body wraps and facial wraps. They don't tell you what you have to buy each month. Whether you want to use the greens and greens on the go and give them away as samples. I mean, I just feel like that's the very thing that that drives me every month, and the fact that the company gives you a plan to make that money back every month, it's brilliant. And for me, I don't know, I just feel like, when I'm sharing those products, to be a loyal customer or distributor are your options, right? Do you want to become a loyal customer and try the product and make me some money, or do you want to become a distributor and use the product and make yourself some money too? So that ADBV auto ship can be used on your own product, and that's what drew me in, was that fact that I could do what I was already using and not be spending really any extra money and make money. And the other awesome thing that I love about it is it doesn't change. So when you enroll as a distributor, it's ADBV. As a Triple Diamond, it's ADBV. It's not like your cost goes up as you continue to promote. It stays the same. Our top earners, our Black Diamonds, are paying ADBV, guys, $120 a month to make over $100,000 a month. No brainer, right? Why aren't you doing this? That's all I gotta say.
So true. Okay. So moving on to our last question. And this was really a big concern for me. Is I don't know enough people. I'm thinking about my few friends that I have, and I'm thinking, okay, well, they might be interested. And I was thinking, okay, well, my mother-in-law and her friends might be interested. And then I found out that she was already a distributor, and I thought, well, I'm not going to know enough people. Like, what am I going to do? So, what do you say to someone that's like, well, I only have a few friends. I'm not, super outgoing. I don't know enough people.
Yeah. I know a lot of you are going to think this is crazy, but I can be very shy. Well, maybe not shy is the right word, but I don't like to really be in front of people or, in that kind of way. So that was actually something I thought about too. But Bonnie, my dear friend, shared this the other night, and I loved it. It's not who you know, but who are you willing to meet? And I've been thinking about that so much because Mike and I spend a lot of time in prayer, and we pray for every single person on our team, and for those people who aren't on our team yet, and we just pray that God would lead them in this crazy opportunity and how it can change their life. So in going along with what you said there, Bonnie, about it's not really always about who you already know, but who are you willing to meet, and it's not always about us. The don't know enough people, again, I think really can be another excuse, and I don't really handle excuses real well, because I feel like if we're gonna get anywhere, we gotta just get over it. We just gotta get over the excuses and kind of say like, what if I don't? Or I just think so many times we can say, well, this and this and this, but then you're just gonna end up where we always are. So I want to speak to that a little bit, but I also wanted to share real quick too about why I do feel like It Works is the company to go with too, and that is because we are in extreme momentum right now. We have doubled our income since like 2010. We are on target this year to be $1 billion company. Like, I don't think that's happened. I think it's like 1994 or something since a network. Yeah, a company has done that, and we get to be a part of it. I mean, like, perfect timing. The fact that we have a first-to-market product, the fact that we aren't a household name yet, but we're going to be, and that is just so incredible. So I think when you can share even those kind of little points about the company and share with people that that you might not really feel like but just building relationships. The company gives us awesome ways, a hundreds list, a memory jogger, to make us, to bring people to mind, your dentist, your mailman, your neighbor. I mean, just like random people that like you can make a list of like pages and pages and pages long. Seriously, like we think we don't know a lot of people, but you look at that memory jogger, you look at that list and try to make a list of 100 people, you can do it. Even if you're shy, you go to the bank, right? You go through a drive-through, right? I mean, like, all these people that you're talking to, you don't have to necessarily know them. And to be honest with you, I'm just going to put this out there. Some of the people, excuse me, that I knew the best, and I still know the best, are maybe not even customers yet. Probably maybe 10%. I have a huge family, and maybe 10% are customers or distributors. So sometimes the very people that you do know might not be the ones that are going to be your biggest supporters, or might not be the very ones that I don't know, are right there for you. So sometimes it's like the outside people that you don't know yet that God is setting you up to meet. That's gonna change your business and see the vision that this company has. I also want to talk a little bit about just that. When we say we don't know enough people, or I'm scared to talk to people, what that stems from. And in praying tonight, I was praying before just of what I had, and if anybody, all y'all on my team already know that we have a team meeting and you're going to hear about Jesus. So I just had to share and speak to that thing a little bit, where I feel like a lot of people that might be shy or intimidated to hear no or to be rejected, it stems from, I feel like, a root of fear. And I feel like fear gets louder when we are doing something that matters, right? When you look back over your life and you just see things that you were afraid to do, or you might not have felt capable of doing. sometimes they're the very thing that God uses to grow you as a person. Those things that he has put inside of you that you might not even believe or know that are in there. But if we remain in that place of talking ourselves out of everything that we're afraid of, we're going to miss some of the biggest blessings that God has for us. And again, if you're on my team, I talk a lot about speaking things. You speak to that fear and you just tell it, you have no place in my life. I was created for greatness. You know, the Lord shared with me one time, Heather, I created this world into existence by speaking it, and you create your world by speaking it. So I just wanted to challenge people that might be watching this call or this video just to speak over your life. What are you saying about your life, okay? This business aside, what are you saying about your life? What are you saying about your marriage? What are you saying about your kids, about your relationship, about your freedom? We cannot impart to other people what we don't possess. And I feel like there might be some people watching tonight that feel like defeated or feel like there's no way I could ever do that. I'm not this or I'm not that. But let me just share with you tonight that you are enough. Okay, you are enough. And you are capable. You are capable of so much inside of you. It does not matter where you came from. It does not matter your story. God can turn that around and he will restore. He tells us in his word that he will restore those years. So as I was just praying, God said, don't limit yourself when you serve me, and I am a limitless God. So I just you know, I just feel like we place our own limits on ourselves, and God is saying, you're worth it. You are valued. You are loved. Your family is worth it. Your freedom is worth it. What does freedom mean to you? Freedom means something different to each person. I tonight was declaring, just as people were watching, I thought, God, you know, let freedom take over even through this call of freedom of feeling of defeat or fear. Let the chains be broken and people understand who they are in Christ. And allow this, you know, what we thought as a crazy rap business has brought us in crazy relationships with amazing people from all over that we've been able to pray with and love on and share with, all through freedom of this crazy rap thing. I mean, my mind just cannot grasp it sometimes when I think about, like, what if we would have said no? What if we would have listened to all those people that said, that's crazy, I can't believe you would do that? See, not everybody's going to see the vision that God has. Not everybody's going to see the thing that God has put in you. But surround yourself with those people that believe in you. I am so blessed with an amazing team that we believe in each other. We are here for each other. We will support each other. We will hold each other's hand. Is it always easy? No, but guess what, friends? Life is not easy, right? But we know that we have one audience member. When this is over, it's all about him, right? It is all about him. And just don't limit, you know, what a crazy little rap can do to open up this incredible business opportunity where you've been praying. Some of you have been praying for an opportunity, but just because it sounds crazy, you're going to just let it go past. Just pray and seek him and say, could this really be it? So sorry, Bonnie, I told you, girl, I'll probably end up preaching. I just shared. You know, he just tells me to say, and you got to take it up with Jesus because I got to be obedient. But I just think, you know, being confident, being excited about what we have our hands on, about this opportunity, seeing it for so much more than a crazy rap. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the raps. I'm all about this, but I just feel like it's so much more, and I can't even explain. It's so much more. It's so much more than a crazy rap. The friendships, the freedom, the fun that we have, it is just fabulous. I'm so blessed, so blessed.
It really is so much more, and that's something that I wish I could describe to people that that's so hard to get across sometimes. But your excitement and your passion definitely shows it, Heather. So thank you so much for being on the call tonight. I greatly appreciate it. And I wish I could hug you. We'll talk